The Tomy and Trackmaster invented the Thomas the Tank Engine. Episode 47, Tender Bender. One night, the engines were talking in the shed. They were talking about a lot of stuff, like steam engines, diesel engines, and all the many other things on their conversation. Then Percy spoke up. Hey, asked Percy, do you know why they are tank engines and why they're tender engines? Edward and both spoke up, but then Gordon spoke up. You see, little Percy, when engines are being built for steam engines, the designer wanted the engine what it looked like. If they are, they made into tank engines. If they are, they made the tender engines. Very well said, Gordon, said Henry. That is kind of right and kind of not true, said Thomas defiantly. That is true, said Jane, because tender engines are the best, said Jane. I went to Steamworks many times before, and I got myself a new coat of red paint. Edward rolled his eyes. Gordon, that is not true. Yes, it is, said Gordon. I have to admit with Edward, the reason why they're 10 winters and why they're 10 winters is because 10 winters are the best, said Henry. He was on Gordon's side as well. This is ridiculous, said Thomas. Who is right and who is wrong? We're right, said Percy. No, we're right, said James. You aren't, said Thomas. What's you are, said Henry. Then the ends began to argue. Aunt. Aunt. Guys, stop arguing, said Edward. Geez, engines these days. Please, can we have a people conversation before we have to go to bed? Because we have a busy day ahead of us. Not to mention that this Dita has gone disappearing. Yeah, but that's not important right now. We get the mine off on Diesel later. We need to solve this case. Aunt. Oh, look, said Emily. Here comes the Topham Hat. The Topham Hat walked out, and he was wearing his pajamas. He was not happy. I heard that you and Andrews were arguing. What the big deal about? So, asked Percy, why they're tank engines and why they're tender engines? The Topham Hat facepalm, Percy. That is not even an answer I can answer to, he said. I'm going off to bed. How about one of your friends explain it? With that, he walked away. Oh, bother, said Edward. Not this again. Then the engines continued to argue. You know what, said Thomas. Henry, Gordon, James, you guys are one. Tender engines are all the best. Tank engines, well, they're dumb. The 3 tender engines were surprised. Very well, Thomas. I have zero with what to say, said Henry. Said James. Thomas, you're right. Tender engines are all the best at all. So, let's go to sleep now. So, the 3 tender engines went to sleep. But the other 4, they kind of stay awake. Thomas, why think you did that? Thomas winked at Percy. I think I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna get their lessons one way sooner or another, he said. The next morning, it was Henry's turn to pull the express. Good luck, Henry, said Gordon. Do not be silly over there. Said Henry. Gordon, I pulled the express a couple times before, even when you had to pull some trucks. Don't remind me of that time, said Gordon. Whatever, said Henry. I'm not silly over there, kind of like some of the others. Well, I better get going. See you later, Gordon. And Henry left the puff with the express. He arrived at Napa Station 10 minutes later. And he backed up the couple up to the express. Stephanie and Toby were at Napa Station. Hi, Stephanie and Toby. Have you guys ever pulled the express before? Nah, said Stephanie. Oh, that's right, I did remember when me and Doc pulled it for after that diesel had broken down. Ugh, thank goodness he's gone. What about you, Toby? Are you Pony Express? Nah, said Toby. Why ever Pony Express? That's more suitable for Gordon. I don't know, because I'm pulling it today. And besides, you say tank engines are dumb. What? Said Stephanie. I got offended because of what you said. Henry, just go do your work, said Toby, because I'm not here to listen to your nonsense. Well, he said. Soon, the guy blew his whistle, but then there was trouble. And Henry tried to leave the station. The tender is not moving, sitting with the express train. I almost there, said Henry. Then there was trouble. Henry decided a big giant heave, but then all of a sudden, it detached him from his tender. Henry said the driver. Stop. What? Said Henry. What happened? Look, you silly engine. We left behind your tender and the express. Stephanie and Toby laughed. Ha ha ha. That's what you get, Henry, for making fun of tank engines. Yeah, but I have to agree, said Toby. That's what you get for making fun of us. Henry felt very foolish and silly. Because his tender coupling broke, he cannot pull any more trains for the rest of the day. Oh dear, said Henry. Now he's going to pull the express now. Here's James, he said. It was James, who was now going to pull the express for Henry. Huh, silly old Henry for what he got himself into. Goodbye, Henry. I'm going to pull the express for you. Bye-bye. Bye, James and Henry. Henry was most upset. James was hopping gracefully and fiercely across the line. James was feeling very proud about himself. Hop, so though Henry got himself in a situation like that, said James. Pony Express is very easy for me. First, Henry messed it up. Hopefully this is not going to be like my first time messing up because I pulled it before. James was being so boastful. But then, there was even more trouble. At the switch, James' sender was red. The one that Neil was on, it was green. James did not even know when he saw Nia. Uh-oh, I must apply my brakes. But it was too late. When they both collided with each other, Nia cracked his head on with James, and the tender got flipped off the tracks. Uh-oh, said Nia. I'm very sorry, James. Look what you did to my gorgeous tender. Now the tender had to go to the steamworks. And he was right. The express train was alright, no one got hurt. But James was more cross than ever. There was even more trouble in the yard. Donald and Douglas were on shunting duty today. They were shunting some freight trains. It's a lovely, beautiful day on Sodor. But I heard what happened to Henry and James. Right up, Ducky? Yeah, Danny, said Douglas. I can't believe it's better than myself. We must get these trains to the platforms at Nafford. Yep, can't you say even more? Soon the two began to back up. But then there was soon trouble. What did they know, said Douglas. But it was too late. They crashed to one another. And the tenders got derailed. Oh no, said Donald. Now look what happened to our tenders. Our tenders are now damaged. Yeah, said Douglas. First Henry, and then James, and now us. This is becoming a tender bender. Douglas was right. There was more truck on the other side of the yard. Emma was having a difficult time pushing the truck. Phew, said Emily. This truck is very heavy to push. Emily stopped for a moment. Now I need to go back to the other side to collect some more trucks. But then on the other side, Caitlin was resting. Now it's time for me to pull another passenger train to the mainland. Soon she began to back up. Then Emily was too. Uh-oh, said the drivers. Watch out. But it was too late. They crashed to one another. And the tenders got flipped upside down. Whoops. Sorry, Emily, said Caitlin. Nah, Caitlin, it's fine, she said. Look, our beautiful tenders have now been damaged. We have to both go to the steamworks to get repair. There was even more trouble in the yard. Rebecca was usually happy, but today she was having a bad day. She was trying to get onto the turntable. The turntable master wouldn't even turn Rebecca, and she couldn't get into the turntable just right because she was not happy today. Come on, Rebecca. You're usually happy. You're not like this, Sir Driver. Come on, Sir Fireman. Rebecca, please. We have a job to do. Focus now, but Rebecca did not want to. And then finally she stopped. There, she said. That's good enough. Alright, said the turntable master. Let me turn it. Then there was trouble. Wait, no, stop, the tender. But it was too late. The tender accidentally got knocked down, and it got damaged. Oh no, said Rebecca. I cannot believe what has just happened. I've been a very silly engine. Rebecca have. There was even more trouble. Ed was about to collect a freight train. Soon it was coupled up. But the Charlton trucks have a plan. Ha! We gave old Eddie nonsense, they said. Yeah. I want no nonsense from you trucks, he said. Soon Edward was off. Then there was trouble. When I was about to leave the yard, Edward crashed into Charlie. And while he went over Charlie, the tender got damaged. Ouch, said Edward. Now looks like I have to go to the steamworks. Oops, said Charlie. I'm dead sorry, Edward. Though, his face was blocked by one of the trucks. The tender buzz is becoming even more and more worse. Hero and Gordon were the last tender engines were made on the island, and they were going to get trains. Hero that afternoon was going to pull another freight train to Vickerstown, and Hero and Gordon were about to pull the Grand Express. But then there was trouble. At both of the ends were about to pull the switch. Hero stopped. Then his tender got derailed. Wait, snow by tender. It was too late. Oh no, Hero. Are you alright, Thomas? I'm fine, Thomas, said Hero. I'm feeling a little bit blues, that's all. And my tender, it got damaged. Gordon, stop, said the driver. He was in the way. Gordon did not listen. Then all of a sudden, he backed up to Hero, causing a bigger mess. Hero got the rail on the tender, and his tender got also damaged. Gordon was tenderless. Uh-oh, said Gordon. I cannot believe what just happened. They're sitting in front of Gordon. Well, the tank engines. They're laughing at Gordon. Ha! Said Arthur. Seriously, right, Gordon, but being the mean to us tank engines from this morning like Henry and James. I heard what happened, said Ryan. Me too, said Doug. That's not the Great Western went along with Oliver. Gordon felt very silly indeed. The three tender were set appropriately in timid sheds. Oh dear, said Gordon. I feel so embarrassed what happened when me and Hero. Our tend to be sent to the steamroller to be repaired. I felt so empty without it, you know what I mean? Same here, said James. We should never done it all along to the tank engines last night at Tippett's shed. Yeah, said Henry. What we did was very embarrassing. Just then, the top and hat came here. I proudly announced to the top and hat, the attendant are all to the steamroller to be repaired. Yay, said the engines. We're gonna get them back. Every attendant will be back in a few days, except for you three. Why up the three engines? Because at the time that you all three came up with this plan and you were served a punishment. A punishment? Said Gordon. But that's enough, Gordon. You know you did what was wrong, Gordon. Yes, sir, said Gordon. Sir, said James, why do I deserve a punishment anyway? I heard what you did last night, what you did to Percy, Thomas, Edwin, and Emily. That was very rude and very boastful. Plus, you were not nice to Stepney and Toby, Henry. So as a bonus punishment, you're gonna sit in there for a few days, and you're not gonna have your tenders. Not have our tenders? Said the three engines. Yep, that's right, you know what I mean. Because what you three did was very wrong. The time and that walk away. Oh dear, said James. Looks like we have to stay in the shed for a long while. Looks like this is our fault. Hey, said Gordon. There's one tender that I know outside of this tender. Who would that be? Said Henry. Spencer. But then there was trouble. Spencer was being pushed by Boko. They were shocked. Boko! Spencer, what happened to your tender? My tender, said Spencer. Earlier today, I was working up in the quarry, and then my tender got covered in quarry dust, and I asked my owner to take it to the steamworks. What? Said Henry. Spencer, you ruined the tender engines. Why? Asked Spencer. Because, said Gordon, did not even a single tender engine on Soda had this tender. Whatever, said Spencer. Boko, take me away to the steamworks. Ah, said Boko. What a bossy engine you are, said Boko. The three tender engines were very sad. We're gonna be stuck in the shed for a very long time, said James, with not having out our tenders. The next morning, the first engine got his tender back was Edward. Goodbye, everyone, said Edward. I have to get going now to work. Edward steamed away. Looks like we're not gonna have tenders for a long time, said Gordon. For the next few days, tenders came and tenders went. But by the end of the week, it was just Gordon, James, and Henry did not have their tenders. What happened silly, y'all? They said. Agreed. I felt so empty without it. Just then, the top and hat came here. I'm proud to announce that your tender has been fine and fixed. Yay, said Henry. I want my tender back, sir, said James. Okay, said the top and hat. I sent Thomas, Percy, and Duck to fetch them. The three engines were furious. Why them, sir? They said. It is those engines or no tenders at all, they said the top and hat. Fine. We'll deal with it. Soon, Thomas was the first one to see Gordon's tender. Look at me, said Thomas. I'm number 14 now. 1 and 4, 14. Can you count that many, Gordon? Nah, said Gordon, I cannot. Alright, hee. I'll give it to you back. Right around. Gordon rolled his eyes. Next engine was Percy. Hereupon Henry's tender. Oh, Henry, look at me. I'm number 63 now. You know what I'm saying? I'm now a tender engine. Give me back my Nintendo. Don't worry, I'm gonna give it back to you in about a few minutes. Whatever. Last but not least, it was Duck. Look at me, said Duck. I'm number 85 now. And look at mine. I'm the colors of Christmas. Green and red. It rhymes. So James, do you want it back to teach you a lesson? Yep, said James. I'll be back to you in about a few minutes. And Duck rushed away with James's tender. The three engines rolled their eyes. But by the next morning, they had the tenders back. And they know by now that they learned a lesson anyway. Nothing is better than the other thing.